Hi, my goal here today is to give you some tips and tricks on creating or completing a Punnett square. This is just an instructional video. I'm going to be giving you the tips on the things that you should be looking for when creating a Punnett square. I created this video so that you can have something to refer back to and continuously look at, just to gain understanding of the concept. So please make sure you review this video as many times as you need to make sure that you understand how to do a Punnett square. What we have here is the board, okay? And that's going to be our board for today. I'll go ahead and turn on some light so it's a little bit easier to see. I don't know, it looks like I kind of messed up the screen. Okay. So what you have here is the board, and we have a question. This is the questions that you will be faced with when answering a Punnett square question, okay? Whenever answering a Punnett square, it's important that you pay close attention to the details, okay? The details are super important. I would suggest that you create a key whenever you are doing a Punnett square. Here we have a question whenever we're trying to make the predictability of what offsprings will be. In rabbits, black fur is dominant to white. Show a cross between show a cross between a heterozygous black male with a homozygous white female. Now again, whenever creating a Punnett square, it's super important that you start with a key, all right? So what I'm going to do is start my key, all right? I'll just let you guys see an example, okay? This is my key. Now, what am I looking for inside of the key? Anytime you're looking to solve a Punnett square or make predictabilities with a Punnett square, the number one thing that you're looking for will be the parents, okay? So we're going to look for the parents' genotype, okay? We're going to find the parents, because without the parents, we cannot create the Punnett square, all right? So, since we're looking for the parents, we're going to look into the question to make sure we understand. Number one, we're doing rabbits, and we clearly said that black fur is dominant. Okay? So number two, when creating a key, you're going to make sure you find out what the dominant is. In our question, the dominant is black fur. You can choose whatever letter it is that you want to choose to represent black fur, okay? In this example, I am going to choose the B because it's just, it's a letter where you can tell the difference between the capital and the lowercase. Okay, so this is dominant for black. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to show a cross between a hetero. Remember, hetero means it is going to be something different. But let's first just make sure we understand that we got the black fur, and anytime that we have a dominant trait, we have to have a corresponding letter. Okay, so the corresponding letter for recessive is going to be a lowercase b. Now, the recessive is going to be white, all right? So we're comparing color. What these two things have in common are color, okay? So dominant black, recessive white. It told you here in your question. We have black fur as dominant, and it didn't say that the white was recessive, but it did say white, so it's easy for us to assume that it is going to be recessive, because in rabbits, black fur is dominant to white. we're still trying to make sure we understand the parents. Looking at the question, it says, show a cross between a heterozygous black male. Now, hetero means different. Okay, so we know that the male is going to be aligned with two different alleles. They said it's hetero, he's black. So we know that we got to have the capital B there because that represents dominance. But he's heterozygous. So that must mean that he also has an allele that is different from this dominant capital B. Okay, so now we have show a cross between a heterozygous black male. This is the heterozygous male. How can I tell? That black dominant trait. And it says he's hetero. Hetero means different. The second portion of the key says we're going to cross this black male with a homozygous. Okay? We all know that homo means same, root word. So we're going to cross this black male with the homozygous white female. Now she's white and she has the same alleles. Okay? So we understand that white means we're going to be using this recessive. And if she is appearing to be white, it's important that you understand that she definitely is two recessives. In order for you to see the white, because it is recessive, you're going to have two. Okay, you're going to have two recessive alleles. So what we have done was we were able to read the question, and the question taught us how to create our key. In creating keys, you need to know what is dominant, what is recessive. Reading the question, you'll be able to figure out what is dominant. Black fur is dominant to white. You can also find out the parent set, okay? What are the genotypes for the parents? They're always going to give a phenotype to help you understand what the genotype is. Show a cross between a heterozygous black male. The phenotype is we're going to cross a black male with a homozygous white female. Okay? This is where your posters are very important when making sure you understand the terminology so that you can set up your key first before solving your Punnett square.